What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital. Once again, I am joined with Seba.
We're smiling, but
I mean, this is meant to be a Premier League review because there's some good results and some good
great,
games.
Great football.
Great football. Man United finally decided to play a bit decent against one of these lower clubs. And unfortunately, we're not going to speak about any of that because we're not even in the Premier League anymore, apparently.
It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't even matter anymore. Seba, where do we start? Where do we go? I mean, I know we are late on the news. It just kills me. I know everyone already knows. I don't have to tell you that the Super League and which teams are in it. You know,
Your team's probably in it.
your team's probably in it. That's watching.
My team's in it. His old team.
My team's still in it. Oh, Nottingham Forest. Yeah. Come on, lads. But look,
It's a dark day.
it is.
It's
It
a
is,
dark
man.
day.
It has been I know the last 24 hours maybe have been absolutely horrible. Look, we had Jose Mourinho being sacked as well. That doesn't even matter anymore because there's this whole Super League that's going on now. I don't even know where to start, Seb. Honestly, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to begin.
So I guess we should explain kind of what's been happening in the last 24 hours. So there was the big announcement from all the big six of England, as well as the Spain's Madrid and Atletico and Barca and all the major big clubs, the major popular clubs, I should say, the rich clubs, are going to be participating in what they call the European Super League, which is created by who? Like Florentino Perez? Is he leading the charge?
I think he's like the president of that now, and I think whoever the president of Juventus, is like a chairman, and then another co-chairman is our good old Joel Glazer.
Yeah,
Do you remember that guy? That fucking bastard.
Good guy,
But
Joe.
yeah, Joey.
Fucking bastard.
Joey. But look, these greedy cocksuckers, because that's exactly what they are. Look, they're trying to put this league together to try. I don't even it doesn't.
So there's like 15 teams confirmed.
Is it 15 or 12?
I thought it was 15.
15?
Another 5 can qualify somehow. I don't know how, where.
Yeah.
Maybe rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Flip
Highest
a coin.
bidder.
Heads or tails. I thought it was 12.
It
On
might
the top
be
of my
12.
head.
It might
So
be
you had the
12.
6 from United, then six from England. Then you had
3 from Spain. Was it 3 from Spain?
3 from Spain.
Barca, Real, and Atletico.
Atletico. Then you had Juve, AC and Inter are the big 3 there.
Yeah.
In it? What's that equal? 12?
That's 10.
10? No,
That's 10. 3. Oh, yeah, 12. Sorry, 12.
that's 12. And then I don't know who the other 2 are. From the top of my head, I can't remember. But I know teams like Bayern Munich said no. Dortmund said no.
Paris.
PSG said no, obviously for reasons because they just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with like some, I don't know, TV rights or something. So it's not like they can leave. But if it wasn't for that, they'll probably be in it as well. But yeah, man, I think
we should talk about what this means for these clubs joining this league. So like the repercussions. So we've heard now from like the FA that apparently there will be these clubs, English clubs competing in this Super League will be banned from the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's the talk. Nothing's confirmed.
well, that's one of the rules I think in there, the rule book or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like if you decide to play outside of your federation, not so much, federation or whatever leagues like you're eligible for,
the governing body.
Yeah, so you're your FA Cups, League Cup, obviously the Premier League, and I think that includes your League One, Championship League One, because they fall under the same category. That's for the English teams, and obviously your 2 European competitions, which are by FIFA and or UEFA. Do you know what I mean? So, anything if you decide to play any other league or tournament beyond that, you're gonna get punished. Like you said, out of the Premier League, out of your La Ligas, out of your Serie A. So you're looking at these teams not participating, only playing in the Super League now, which means, what does this actually mean? Like we've obviously got limited information that just come out with just that.
Yeah. So there's a lot unknown, which is scary. They also talk of players being banned from competing at World Cups
and all that, which
Yeah, go.
Which you mean, like, you're really hearing some of the players speak out, then no one wants it. Like, there's only one person that wants.
I know.
There's only one person that that I know of. I don't know him, but once
Mr. 420.
Mr. 420 D'Angelo that thinks this is a fantastic idea.
Great idea. Because the EPL shit.
Yeah, because the EPL is a farmers league. Apparently, this is what we're hearing. But that's breaking news to me.
Yeah.
But look, what that does for the rest of the Premier League if they do get kicked out, is there even a possibility for the Premier League to take that action? Because if you get rid of the big six, who's watching the Prem? Really, like realistically, who's watching the Prem? They generate the most money,
the viewership,
the view, everything. So, and the TV rights, the money they get for the TV rights trickles down to the other teams as well.
Yeah.
So they get a bit of a piece of the pie. Now with these teams leaving, what does that mean for the TV rights? How much money do they get now? Does every club get?
Who's gonna want to play for these teams that aren't in?
That's right. And then you're gonna see they're gonna see players, clubs, not being able to fund. Look, because players are still gonna be on contract.
Yeah.
So when you got players in other leagues, like let's just say Everton, for example, I don't know how much James Rodriguez is on, but he'll be on some good money. Even like just for example, the manager, Ancelotti, he'll be on some big money too, just to be at Everton. And you're like, when the money runs out and there's no money to fund these players, fund these teams, what happens? There goes the Premier League. And then there's all this talk about, it's going to help the football period. It's not.
Nah.
It's not. No. It's the rich get richer and the poor, so-called poor, get nothing.
Stop existing.
Like, I just don't get it. To me, it doesn't make sense at all, man. Like, it's honestly the last day, like, I almost feel like someone's died. Literally, man. Like, I feel like just the soul of the game has been ripped out, and and it's so weird. Like the rivalry, everything has been put aside, and everyone is kind of standing together, saying no, like this cannot happen.
Yeah, for the good of football,
and not even for football. You look at the funds all trickle down to grassroots. We know in this country, Seb, in Australia, where the funding for even our top league, they don't get funded as much. Yeah. So when it trickles down to grassroots, they get nothing. They get nothing at all. So that's why you're gonna see teams paying or kids paying $2,500, $3,000 just to play in the youth system.
And imagine a family with 2, 3, 4 kids that want to play the game.
It's a $10,000. It's a $10,000 season plus your boots and shin pads and all the other stuff. Plus your travel. Sponsored by, but no, and that's gonna 100% in England. There's more clubs and more grassroots clubs and grassroots programs. So what's they going to do for that? We don't even know, and it's like, all right, these teams end up being in this league. Champions League doesn't mean shit anymore. The Europa League for the other clubs doesn't mean shit anymore.
But they're not even going to be playing European football. It's strictly you're going to verse your local teams. That's it. You realize now we've had it so good for the last 2 decades, at least for our lives that we can remember. It's just been, you're used to something and it was working. Yeah, these clubs were making money, and if this is a knee-jerk reaction to the COVID, which I don't even think it is, but they're using excuses like they're running out of money because of no fans, it's not going to be this way forever. So it's not an excuse to just rip down everything. It's chaos. It's like we've lost a battle between good and evil. Like it's gone, and that's why you're saying it's bringing all rivalries aside. And everyone's together to stop this. To try to stop this.
100%. Like these guys are football terrorists.
Yeah.
I mean, they are. It's literally, they're football terrorists and they're just killing our game. They've killed it. And it's like what kills me the most, it's like supporting Man United for 23, 24 years of my life. For them now to agree, like, all right, I know it's not the club itself, it's not the foundations of the club,
it's
not the players, it's not the coach, it's the owners. And I know the owners are a separate, like, really entity to what Manchester United really stands for for me, right? But at the end of the day, it's my club that's going to be, or our club that's going to be in this league, where it's got nothing to do with the fans. What happens to the fans now? What happens to the fans who, like, they, for 1 second they didn't think that, is this, you reckon it's a good idea for the fans? No, they don't care. No. They know now with the whole COVID thing that, you know what, we've survived without fans. Yeah. So even if none of them come back, and they'll still get fans, fans to the games.
People are still going to watch.
People are still going to watch. And just the thought of that happening, like, it breaks my heart. Like literally, like the soul of the club is now gone. Like, to be honest now, like, we got 2 big games coming up or 3 big games in the next couple of weeks. If they go ahead in terms of the Europa League, because we might get kicked out of that.
Yeah.
So the Champions League team. So you got PSG might be given the trophy, and
they're the last clean club.
and then you got Arsenal and United in the Europa. So we might just see a Roma and Villarreal final straight away. But when they come, so like we got the game against Leeds now on the weekend. Then we got a game against Roma and then Liverpool. This week should be one of the most exciting weeks. We're versing 2 rivals back to back, kind of on a Saturday on the weekend, and then you got a big European clash. And now it doesn't really mean anything.
No.
Like even if this doesn't go through, even if this goes, the FFA, UEFA, FIFA have shut it down. Say no, there's no possible way that this is going to happen. The players, whatever, might strike because their chances of not playing for their country is in jeopardy, whatever, and they strike. They go, no, it's not on. When they come and when everything comes back to normal, I'm still gonna feel betrayed.
What's gonna be left?
What's gonna be left? I'm like, we already know what their goal is, what their objectives are, because they don't care about winning the league. They don't care about winning trophies. All they care about is for that Champions League money or whatever, more money coming into the club. Money. No, for 1 second they'll be like, do you know what? I know everyone's had a hard year. No one's been at football. When you guys come back, we're gonna drop ticket prices. No. Now they're gonna be like, nah, we're versing Barcelona. We're versing Juve. The prices go up now. Yeah. You're killing the game. You're killing like this is like they say, the poor man's game. You know, you're poor, we can't even afford now to go to these games. Now when there's new subscriptions of whoever decides to take on the rights.
Imagine
that's another subscription monthly you're gonna pay to watch these games. It's just unbelievable. And
apart from that, if this takes your club away from the league, football's all about the league. As good as Champions League is, like I live for the EPL. Like, I don't even have to watch my team. It's the quality, it's the excitement, the history, the tradition. You know, you think about past fixtures. We're not going to see these things again if it so happens that these players can't compete in their national leagues, and then especially for their countries, like you said. Like you grow up dreaming of like, oh, I'd love to represent my country in the World Cup. That's the dream.
Look, how many times have we said when the conversation comes up about Pogba, how come he can't play like he does when he's at France? Or look his leadership that he shows at France. He loves France. We all know that he loves France more than he does United.
Yeah.
Is poor Pogba now going to be like, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
And this, his contract is finishing at United. So he might go, PSG's not in it. Let me go to France. At least I can play for my national team.
I'm at home and I play for my country.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? It's all about money for these guys, and it's just unbelievable how. Look, we've said it for years. These owners just don't care. Arsenal fans have been screaming for years. United fans have been screaming for years. Even to the extent of Liverpool fans have been saying it for years. But because they got in players like managers like Klopp, and then they started spending a little bit, it kind of died down about FSG and all that. But look what they really, really want to do. This was they came out, was it in January or the end of last year, for Project Big Picture? That this is what they want to do. They want to make sure all the big clubs get this amount of money, and like they have to compromise. Like these guys are not backing down. Perez is not backing down. The guy thinks this is gonna save football, for one, and then he's telling us that, but because of the younger fans,
this is when you know it's full of shit.
Yeah, what was that? It was like
saying that the younger fans aren't finding games entertaining anymore, and it could be
because they're too long.
Because they're too long.
So now we're too long. So we might have to shorten the game. So what? Under 13s, we're playing 35 minutes a half. Because the games are bored. They're gonna Americanize football altogether. They're gonna Americanize it. We're gonna have, like I was telling you off camera, like I was telling you, David Beckham played in Manchester. No worries. We're gonna have the Manchester derby in Miami. Real Madrid, Manchester City in Dubai. This is what's gonna happen. Halftime shows. We're gonna have Justin Bieber and Britney Spears and all that dancing around. It's literally gonna be a circus.
A shit show.
It is
a disgrace, to be honest with you.
And yeah, man. Yeah, and
the thing is, there's so much in the air that like our reaction's always going to be fear. We're scared for the future of our game.
That's exactly how I'm feeling, bro. My thing is like I'm scared what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like the fact of my club, not being in the Premier League next season is scary.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's like I was not in tears, but like I started to tear up just the thought of it, and listening to like other YouTubers and listening to their like moments, like the experiences they had going to games and some of the games they were part of, and just memories of just football. Like,
Right.
It's like, we're versing all these big clubs. The elites are versing each other week in, week out. It's going to be exciting. But when Aguero scored that winner, it wasn't against Man United. It wasn't against Chelsea or Arsenal or Liverpool. It was against QPR, who just stayed up that day because not because they won or anything, because other teams, other results. So they stayed up, and because it's not entertaining. That's not entertaining enough for you.
It's not even just football. It's the spirit of sport. Is the little guy overcoming the big guy? And that's being said, I'm a big guy fan. I go for United, like arguably the biggest club in the world. But you watch these games and you're left in awe of what the human spirit can do, and especially as a team. Yeah. That's gone. And to say, like it's not entertaining enough, we want to watch the big games every week. No, you don't. You don't, and you'll realize it later. When it's too late, that's when you realize you don't want to see this.
Like how many times have we seen in the last 10 years, literally, Celtic get Barcelona in the league, and we're like, in the Champions League group stage, and we're like, again. And they get slapped up 7-0, 7-1, 6-1. Every year they get slapped up that much. And then
that'll be Tottenham when this goes ahead.
And then what's going to happen? The fans are going to get over it. We've seen, was last season and the season before, we had to verse Wolves in the Premier League. Then we had him in the FA Cup, and then because it was a draw, we had to play him again. 3 games in a row. We're playing Wolves. Then the next season again, we had him in the cup again. So it's like Wolves again and again. Like, oh, we got Wolves again. Yeah. And how many times do we say when it comes to the knockout stages of the Champions League? Oh, they're playing again. Oh, Man City always get the easy group. Liverpool always get Basel and always get these dodgy teams. It's the same, but it's the same teams. It's just always the same teams. Oh yeah, you're versing him again. You're versing the same team again. I understand when it comes to the Final Four, because the best teams usually meet each other in the Final Four. Yeah. But then you're not going to have your Ajax. You're not going to have teams like that. Your Portos, who knocked out one of the teams that are in the Super Cup. Yeah. Who knocked them out.
Done a few.
What about, and like the thing is, there's no relegation. So if you lose, like you're saying with Spurs, if they get slapped up, Arsenal gets slapped up, it doesn't mean anything.
We'll get them next
This is literally a pre-season cup, pre-season tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
When they come to Australia and you have your Atleticos, Tottenhams, Man City, Real Madrid playing off for the Audi Cup or whatever it might be. This is what it is. It's a pre-season tournament.
It might have fed, those tournaments might have fed the idea for this, because like when we go to America, you get like 100,000 people watching United versus Madrid. That's all well and good, but that's just because they never get to see them play. Yeah. If you see them every week, who's going to give a shit?
Yeah, but you know what? They can still do that. I reckon every now and then a one-off game somewhere else I'm fine with that. Like it's not a big deal to have, like, instead of playing at Wembley for a FA Cup semi-final or whatever, all right, take it to Australia, take it to America, one-off game every now and then. But these guys are gonna completely, like, you know what's gonna do? Like they do with the NBA, like they do with the NFL. This, you know what? We're gonna relocate. Fuck this team. We're gonna go over here. So we know what they're gonna do. They'll be like, oh, there's a lot of Manchester United fans in London, so let's just move the club to London. Yeah, you know what I mean? Why not? London United. Yeah, London United. Let's just move
more money there.
Move them there. And that's literally what's gonna happen with these Americans. Like, they don't know nothing about football. Look, my dad's a Chelsea supporter, and he was saying this morning, he's like, the Arsenal owner doesn't even know what color Arsenal wear. He doesn't know. He's never seen the stadium. Does he know what the stadium looks like? He's saying to me.
The hybrid, bro. It's beautiful.
And it's like most of the owners here are American. We know Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool. We know Roman owns Chelsea, but the guy that's running it, like the CEO, whatever it might be, he's American. The guy at Spurs as well, American. Yeah, not Levy. I think someone else.
They got a half NFL stadium.
And well, they're prepared. That's why they were prepared for this whole thing to happen. With Spurs sacking Mourinho. We're gonna get the money anyways. Who cares if we have to pay him out? Yeah, if that's the reason.
But it has to be, bro. They got a cup final coming up against City like next week. This weekend. You don't sack your manager days before that. Like, Did they win during the week? Did they win on the week?
2-2 against Everton.
Oh yeah, tough game. But and
you don't sack him. You don't sack him after the Dinamo Zagreb game where you were 2-0 up and you lost 3-0, knocked out.
3-2, yeah.
You didn't get when you lost to Man United. You didn't sack him then, and now you sacked him right when this news just came out, and
they can finally win a trophy.
And they finally can win a trophy. So. It's just crazy, man.
Like, I think about Mourinho, you can say is like people hate him, and that's fair. I understand it, but the guy does love the game and the purity of the game.
Look, if it's true that he didn't want to coach the team or train the team because of the news that came out and he wasn't down with it, look, respect to him. I don't really know how true that is or if that's true at all. But if that is, bro, a lot of these managers gotta follow suit. I know Klopp. There's rumors that Klopp was saying or someone was saying that he might resign if Liverpool join this thing. And look, Ollie's got to do the same. If I see Ollie staying in this stupid league,
let's hope he's not just.
I'll be finally Ollie out. Do you know what I mean? I'll be finally Ollie out. But
the players need to follow suit.
But
too,
even
not just the managers,
100%. And it looks like they're not happy.
Well, yeah, it's visibly like they're all
tweeting.
Out.
They're all coming out and saying that.
Not one positive thing from a player yet.
Yeah.
Nothing yet. And
it's nuts. It's nuts.
It's so blatantly clear that it's a bad idea and that it's not good for the game. Even just like with the things that Florentino Perez is saying, like the stretches, like to say that it's just too long, just nonsense. Like that's got nothing to do with anything, and the game is succeeding at a bigger level than ever. It's just growing and growing and growing, and they're gonna put a stop to that.
We're gonna save football.
So yeah, no.
What I don't
save some money.
I just don't get it. Like if these guys look, it's all fair and good. You own a club and you want to make money. So it's a business and you want to make money. That's fair enough.
But you're gonna do it how it's going.
Yeah, but like there's ways to make money. Yeah, there's different way. I don't know. Like with Man City, we've seen how the City Group have bought in New York. They bought a club in Melbourne. They've got a club. Doesn't some sort of way generate money? And also like for the A-League. Like I can't see out of all of them, I can't see Melbourne City folding because I think they got the backing.
They got the
backing of
solid ground to stand on for a long time.
And look, all right, they came in and they changed the colours, they changed the name. All right, Melbourne Heart to Melbourne City. I think it's a better name.
No one misses Melbourne Heart.
But do you know what I mean? Like but now Man United want to come in and buy the Mariners, and the first thing they want to do is relocate.
Moving to North Sydney, I think it is.
North Sydney. They want to move. They want to relocate, change name, change kits, change colours. And
what he is buying, we'll just make a new club.
Exactly. But why, like, I don't know what the rules are and regulations about buying clubs in the same country. We got Barry that had to fold because of COVID. How come no one, like, you know what, let's fund it. Let's put our money here. And bro, it's like Pogba's wages can pay for that club, right? So it's like, why can't they be like, let's own this club? Bolton nearly got in liquidation. Luckily, they got saved. Bolton Wanderers, who were in my lifetime were always in the Prem.
Just a Premier League team.
They got a decent stadium.
Nice stadium
that's fitted for the Premier League. How about they go, you know what? The owners themselves go, let's own more clubs. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if you own one club, can you own another one in the same country?
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe not.
But if that's a possibility, why not?
Yeah.
You got teams like Portsmouth struggling, slowly trying to come back into the Premier League. Why not?
Leeds as well. Leeds were gone for a while.
Imagine that, 16 years, 16 years of trying to get back into the Premier League, trying to make their way back up, trying to make their way in European football, and now to be saying, oh, sorry, you can't.
Yeah.
Because there's no relegation, there's no promotion. Like you said, if there's 15 teams, it's a flip of a coin, like somehow the other teams are going to come in. Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. I don't know what you guys are thinking. I hope everyone is on the same page. I mean, you don't have to agree with my views, but at least that we all know and like agree that I
don't even think it's an opinion that it's bad for the game. I think it's blatant. It's right in front of you.
Yeah.
It's.
I don't get it, but like, I don't know what more we can say, man. Bro, I don't know what more we can say.
It's the biggest heist of the century. They've robbed the game from us, from everyone, from history, from.
And that's what disappoints me. Man United and Liverpool, two clubs with the biggest history.
Big English
and we're gonna
history.
Like to think about Sir Matt Busby, how he built the club, and Matt Busby brought English teams into the Champions League because he went against the FA or whoever was in charge of the FA back in the day and said, no, we've won the league and we're going into these European competitions. We lost half our team in Munich, or majority of the team in Munich, playing playing Champions League football. You know, we lost half the team, and all that for that's it. You're gonna sack all that off. You're gonna get rid of all that, all the history for something else, for a money grab, because he's a greedy fucking bastard.
And Perez, like, what do all those Champions League titles even mean to you? Like, to your club, that's what you are. Because in the league, maybe that's what it is. Because in the league, they've been struggling so hard. But what does it all mean? What does it ever meant?
Struggling against Granada and Sociedad. So when you verse these clubs, what's different? What's different? I don't get it. I don't get it. Look, I'm just going to get more angry and angrier talking about this subject. I didn't really want to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I've put on my Nottingham Forest. They deserve to be in it more. I didn't even wear a jersey. They deserve to be in it more than Arsenal, Spurs, even City. They've won more Champions Leagues than both of them. And you're never going to see, like you said before, we're never going to see that fairy tale run like Forest, where they've gone to the Premier League, won the Champions League, then back-to-back Champions League. It's all gone. Look, hopefully it doesn't go through.
At least the Glazers.
We need to riot. We do need to riot. At all costs, man. All costs. I'm telling you, JFK settings. There needs to be some Ned Stark settings. There needs to be some beheadings. All right. We've been cancelled already. We've been cancelled. Look, guys, thanks for watching. It has been a sad day, but get all your comments, all your opinions in the comment section, and do like if you fucking hate this Super League bullshit, yeah? And then subscribe if you hate it as well. Seba, thanks for joining. And we'll see you next time, guys. Hopefully it's a Premier League review.